Hey, it's Thomas here, and today we're going to be doing a basic setup of this Bubble Magus Curve Elite, from unboxing to hauling out that nasty skimmate from your tank. So by the end of this video, you'll have it all put together, dialed in, and pulling out them dirty bubbles. In the box, you'll find the Curve Elite skimmer body, the skimmer cup, the Sicce Syncra skimmer pump, the bubble diffuser plate, the Venturi, as well as the air silencer and drain port plug already attached to their respective tubing. First things first, to assemble the skimmer, we're going to start by removing the base from the skimmer body so we can install the pump. Give each thumb screw on the base a quarter turn counterclockwise to loosen up the clips and slide them to the side, then lift off the body of the skimmer. Next, remove the smaller side of the pump bracket from the skimmer base by removing the two thumb screws. Then, with the cord of the pump facing the notch on the skimmer base, hook the tabs on the bottom of the pump to the pump bracket, then place the other half of the bracket that was removed over the tabs on the other side of the pump and screw it back down with those thumb screws. Next, remove the cord grommet, wrap it around the cord, and slide the grommet back into place. Now, grab the bubble diffuser, unthread the thumb screw holding it together, and slide the threaded end of the pump adapter through the hole in the base of the bubble diffuser, and then thread it into the output of the pump. Then place the top of the bubble diffuser onto the base and thread in the thumb screw to hold it all together. Now you can slide the skimmer body over top of the pump and back down onto the base so that the hole on the side of the skimmer body lines up with the intake of the pump. Then slide the 4 clips back over top and tighten down those thumb screws. Now you can grab that Venturi and slide it into the hole in the side of the skimmer body until it slips over top of the pump intake. You can wiggle it back and forth a little bit while pushing forward to snug it up. Now you can grab the red tubing. The one that's attached to the air silencer with the thinner tube will attach to the Venturi, and the air silencer itself will attach to the bracket near the top of the protein skimmer using that thumb screw that is threaded in to the bottom of the air silencer. Remove the red tube from the silencer first, and then slide the nipple of the silencer through one of the holes on the bracket. Next, slide that thumb screw up into the other hole and snug it up, and then reattach the tubing. The larger tube attaches to the drain port on the skimmer cup. If you don't plan to use the drain port, feel free to cut a smaller piece of tubing and add the plug to the end of it so that you don't have so much tubing drooping down. If you change your mind later on, no biggie, you still have a long length of tubing left, so hold on to it. Last but not least, place the skimmer cup on top of the skimmer. Now with the skimmer assembled, it's time to get it running. I do like to give my new equipment a quick rinse before I put it in my reef system. A quick pat down with RODI soaked paper towels works pretty well to remove any potential byproducts from the manufacturing process. These Curve Elite skimmers are rated for a water depth of between 9 to 11.5 inches. If your sump has an adjustable baffle, set it for the middle of that rating at roughly 10.25 to start. If you don't have an adjustable baffle, don't sweat it. With most sumps, your skimmer should be somewhere in that water depth range. If you are falling short and the skimmer is in water that is too deep, you can always lift the skimmer up using an adjustable height skimmer stand, pieces of PVC pipe, or even some biomedia bricks. Now, while you're placing the skimmer into your full sump, you'll need to hold it down under the water and wait for it to fill, otherwise it's going to try to jump back up at you thanks to that trapped air. Before you plug it in, take a quick second to check the adjustment knob for the water level. It should be set to max so that the gate is fully open to start. And now you can plug it in. Before making any adjustments, let the skimmer run like this for a few minutes, and once you see how high the foam is traveling in the body and at what point the bubbles are becoming larger and slower, then you can start slowly closing the gate to adjust the water height in the skimmer body so that those large bubbles of foam are making it into the skimmer cup and pop just as they enter for a drier skimmate, or slide over and into the cup as an intact bubble for a wetter skimmate. If you're having a hard time adjusting it, don't sweat it. For some of us, it's going to take a while for the skimmer to break in. During that break-in period, skimmers may overflow with salt water even with the gate wide open. If this is happening, you can let it run with the drain line plug out so it pours back into the sump. After a day or two, that should stop, and you can return the drain plug to the drain line on the cup and start making your water height adjustments using the gear-driven gate to start collecting that foamy skimmate. If 7 days or more goes by and you're still having that overflowing issue, revisit the water height that the skimmer is sitting in and maybe raise the skimmer up a little bit to bring that foam production or that mass of bubbles down inside the skimmer body, and then you can start adjusting the gate. If your tank is brand new, you may find you don't have much at all to skim and that the skimmer isn't producing much foam or looks like a boiling pot of water rather than creating those larger standing bubbles. As the bioload in your tank increases and you have more organics in the water, you'll start seeing more foam production. Alternatively, you can also add air control to your skimmer with a simple inline valve like this one, which gives you the ability to add less air to the skimmer by closing the valve, which can often help skimmer performance when there's less organics in the water to remove. Simply close the valve a little bit at a time every 10 minutes or so until you start seeing those bubbles get larger and larger, and then you can go back and adjust that gear-driven gate to collect the foam. Now that your skimmer is running a treat and pulling out all that disgusting skimmate, make sure you remember to go back and actually check on the collection cup so that you can dump it out as it starts to get full. Before you take off the collection cup to dump it out, it's a good idea to unplug the skimmer so you don't end up with foam spilling into your sump. It's also good practice to give the skimmer cup a quick rinse and a wipe after dumping it out so that the foam makes it up into the cup and doesn't continue collecting on the inside of the neck. For a more in-depth look at all the do's and don'ts of protein skimming, you can check out our video on the top 15 mistakes that reefers make with their protein skimmers. Save yourself the headache by avoiding the fumbles we've already made by clicking right here.